Hello guys, welcome back with another video. I'm here to make a Blumhouse collection. As you can tell, this is all my Blumhouse collection. And so this is all the collections I have, so I'll show you. So let's start off with the ones who started it all, the Paranormal Activity. So there's the front. Here's the first and second and third, which is just a trilogy. And so there's that. Here's the spine. Let me see. There you go. And here's the back. Nothing interesting, just the poster and all that of the iconic for this generation. Here's the Blu-ray. Here's the first one, and here's the second one. Here's the third one. Plain, simple Blu-ray from Paramount. I'll say that these are a decent watch. My favorite is the third, and even the marked ones, and I'm pretty sure maybe the original, depending. But yeah, here's the front, and here's the spine. Here's the back. This is the third one. Like I said, this is my favorite one. So here's that one. Now we have the marked ones. Here is the front, the back, and yeah, these are spine too. So I meant to say spine. This is my second or third favorite because it's so absurd with the film, and just like the other ones, plain disc, like the grayish Paramount, typical one. And then the second franchise that came after that was Insidious. So I will show you. So here's the front, here's the back, and here's spine. I keep forgetting. Here's the back. Now this is my favorite. I think my favorite, or depending, I gotta rewatch it again. But yeah, Insidious. The first one was creepy, scary, well done. James Wan knew what to do, and so there's like a cover art behind the slip, and here's the red door and the name of the title film. Interesting cover. And so this is Insidious Chapter 2. I won't show you because I already showed you already. So here you go. Here's the front, the spine, and the back. I like this one, and I do enjoy it, but I think it wasn't as scary as the first one. I think people like this one more than the first. Some people have different opinions, so yeah. And so here's the Blu-ray and DVD. And so the DVD is more plain, and the Blu-ray is more, interesting. Now I have Insidious Chapter 3. Then personally, I think this is my favorite because it's more different, and it tells the prequel. So yeah, so here's the front cover. Yeah, it's so interesting. Here's the spine and the back. I grew up with the 2010s horrors. Like I said, I grew up in the 2000s and 2010s, and I remember that these preteens, or even they had a chance to watch it because my parents never let it. Mostly my dad. This one, I heard a lot of people talk about the Insidious franchise, The Conjuring, saying they're scary, they're jump scary. I never found them scary. I'm more like entertainment. There's some jump scare. If I went to a theater, maybe I would have get jump scared. But yeah, this is my favorite one out of all of them, and I think this one only has the Blu-ray. So yeah, it has the digital slip and the Blu-ray, and so yeah, there's the Blu-ray disc. Nice artwork, and I like how she's upside down. So yeah. Very interesting of this. And then let me show you the DVD of Insidious Chapter 2. Here's the spine. And here's the back. So yeah. Yeah, I grew up with the 2010s. I've seen a lot of movies come in, went out, the trend was over. They always came out, and then after that forgotten, or So Insidious The Last Key. Here's the spine. Here's the back. And I'm thinking I might get a 4K of the first Insidious and get the what's it called? The Insidious the Red Door. So yeah. Sorry about that. And here's Insidious. And here's the artwork of the DVD Blu-ray, and it's a very nice. I like the fingers of the keys, so yeah. Now next came, I think I'll show a Ouija first before I show the Purge. But yeah, this is the Ouija. Here's the front. Here's the spine. And here's the back. And I'll say I haven't watched it. I've been trying to get into it, but it doesn't look good. But I prefer to watch the Origin of Evil, which I heard good things. Now this is one that's interesting. This is where Universal is starting to put like these discs, Blu-ray, DVD. So yeah. So that's my Blumhouse collection right here. So we kind of keep going right now. There's more. And so we're going to show The Purge. Here's my DVD of The Purge of the 4-film collection. Here's the cover art. Here's the spine. Here's the back. You just get the poster. And I do like that each movie, like they have the covers of the mask for each movie. Or like, you know, the faces. So yeah. And like I said, it's just plain old discs. Like black, you know, all, no artwork, nothing. Just the title of the film, which I'm fine with it. Like back then, there were some things with DVDs like that. Now this is an interesting. This one is my Blu-ray one. I was showing you like 3 years ago, 2 years ago, I think. But yeah, very nice artwork. You got the mask again from each film, the faces, and then here's the spine, and here's the back. I wish I could get it individually, but I just have to get it on, on, you know, the collection. So here you go. I might get it just to see how the DVD and Blu-ray looks. Blu-ray will be typical, but yeah. I'm gonna use the code. Here's the first one. Anarchy, Election Year. The first Purge and the Forever Purge. You could tell the early 2010s was more about the blue disc, and then they went to the dark Blu-ray disc. So yeah, very interesting film collection. Now, if you notice, it's a little longer. My video is because I got a new phone, bigger, more memory storage. But I will delete this video and upload it on my YouTube channel. So thank you guys for watching. Really, I'm glad you guys are enjoying my videos, even though I have a weird voice. So here's another one, Happy Death Day. Haven't seen it, and I'm getting into it. I do like the setup. So yeah, here's the spine. The cover art. Here's the spine. Here, let me put the light more closer. Okay, here we go. Here's the cover art, the spine, and the back. Now, I haven't got the sequel, but I will have to get it. But I have watched it, and it was okay. It was not as good as this one. Now, I like this DVD is more like reddish, like the birthday candle. So yeah, or the little thing. So yeah, that's the Happy Death Day. And then you have the Velcro experiment. I don't know what year it came out. This one came in 2016. That one came in 2017. So it's gonna be out of order. So there's nothing special about it. So a Blumhouse movie. So the Velcro experiment. Here's the front. Here's the spine. And here's the back. I did enjoy this movie. It was fun. And I do like the setup of this Battle Royale office type of thing. And then here's the Blu-ray artwork. You have this a stapler. So yeah. Nothing special, but yeah. It's kind of rare to see that this is a Blumhouse movie. So I already shown you Unfriended. And so this one came in 2014. Haven't seen it, but I will gladly watch this found footage movie. So here's the artwork, here's the spine, here's the back. Haven't seen the sequel as well, so I might have to enjoy that one. Here's the DVD and Blu-ray. And you can tell that the Blu-ray is more bluer, and this one is more, the letter's dark. So yeah, nothing like differential, like I'd say. Let's go with fun film. I do like the 80s vibe that we're going for, but it was mostly taking place in the 2010s. But yeah, here's the front, here's the spine, here's the back. And so Opening it up, you got the Blu-ray of Ma and the DVD, which it has like a, I think it's reddish. I think it is. So Happy Death Day and this one is kind of similar. I think the color maybe different type, but yeah. So there's that one, and then we're gonna go with, let me see, let's go with the 2010 still. Just travel back in time. So we're gonna go with Get Out. I've seen it for the first time. Amazing. I could tell why the hype was with it and when it came out. Did not watch it because I was underage. Like I said, my dad didn't want me to watch horror movies, and so yeah, I never watched it. And I saw the hype. I'm like, it's another film. It was actually good, pretty good. I do like the commentary it has, but yeah, here's the artwork. Here's the spine. Here's the back. And I did enjoy the film. Very good for Jordan Peele. Like Jordan, will be his best work because we haven't gotten a movie that surpassed this one. So, and it's gonna be rare to get him out of this one. Yeah. And here's the DVD and Blu-ray. So I like how it is, like, black, like disc. But yeah, very cool, interesting blur. And so yeah, incredible film by Jordan Peele, first time director. So yeah, pretty good. And I got Us, a very interesting movie. This one is more of a doppelganger. So yeah, there's the front, here's the spine, here's the back, and so very interesting films. Here's the Blu-ray, like I said, the Blu-ray, and let me take the slip, and here's the DVD. So this one is all black. So yeah. So no artwork, like I said. The disc, they don't try their hardest anymore. So yeah. Glad you guys are enjoying this. And now here's Split. Seen it, awesome. Like I said, these movies were great, and so I thought they were good. So, and even though I knew the twist, I had to block everything. And when that music come in, it gave me chills. So that when that ending happened, it gave me chills so much. That's where it's great. Here's the artwork. Here's the spine, and here's the back. If you can tell, this is the only 4K out of all of them. So yeah. And here's the 4K disc. I do like the artwork, same as the cover of the Blu-ray 4K, and then here's the Blu-ray. So yeah, very interesting movie. This is more of a horror. So yeah, here's Glass. I think this is more of a horror action thriller. So yeah, I was disappointed because the ending was kind of but rewatching it a few times, it's pretty good. I think it's a decent watch. So here's the front, here's the spine, here's the back, and so let me show you more of here's the Blu-ray, and here's the DVD, and like I said, typical Universal, like no artwork, just black discs. So yeah, and so no artwork or nothing. I hope Universal doesn't copyright this. Okay, so here's The Hunt, a pretty recent film. Haven't seen it, but I will watch it. So here's the artwork. Here's the spine. Here's the back. Now, they categorize this as an action thriller, a political movie, but it's not. It could tell it's about like a human hunter thing, like human sports thing. So yeah, and let's see the Blu-ray. So there's the Blu-ray, DVD, and the Blu-ray. So there, like I said, no artwork, it's just all plain old black disc. And so there's that, and then comes The Invisible Man. I thought this was a pretty decent film. I think it was good. I do like the commentary. Like I said, some of these newer films have commentaries, but I really don't care. I did have an enjoyment watching this. So yeah. So here's the front. Here's the spine and the back. And I haven't watched The Wolfman, the new D1L, but I heard some bad things, so let's see if it's good. Here's the Blu-ray. Very interesting, like that they covered the little LE. And here's the the DVD, and then you can tell it's invisible. So it's slight detail, like I said. So yeah. Oh yeah, forgot another 2010 films before we go on with the 2020s. Halloween 2018. Pretty good film. I'll tell you this. This should have never had sequels, but Universal, him and David Gordon Green decided to make more, so they're like more cash grab. So here's the front, here's the spine, and here's the back. Pretty a fun film, like I say, a good return to form. Here's the Blu-ray and DVD. And there's Megan. Very complicated feelings. Not a fan, not a fan that this is the new icon for this generation. To me, Chucky will always be the killer doll, king of killer dolls. But yeah, the sequel doesn't interest me. Looks boring. So here's the cover art. Here's the spine, and here's the back. I thought it was pretty decent. I'll tell you that. I wish it was red art, but yeah, pretty decent. And here's the Blu-ray. And now I like how the 2020s, now they're putting more color, like to define the film. Like for this one, it was like an AI robot girl, so make it pink, kind of like pinkish. And so yeah, I think like the newer Universal movies are like that. Here's FNAF. I thought when my uncle took me, I was very critical. I was very mad, and so I should have went with open-minded, enjoy the film for what it is. Not gonna be identical to the game franchise. But here's the artwork. Here's the spine, and here's the back. And I'm funny enough that most of those, like this one and the Megan, is coming out with a sequel this year, so it's kind of surprising. So here's that. Yeah, okay, so here, look, they made it purple to define the animatronics, the restaurant. So yeah, very interesting that they're making that now. Like I said, the Candyman one that's not Blumhouse is yellow, so yeah, defines what the poster and all that. Here's the black phone. Haven't watched it. I did try my best to watch it, but I'm gonna try to watch it fully. And it looks like a fun film. Like Ethan Hawke, great villain. Here's the artwork. Here's the spine. Here's the back. And then here we go. Here's the kind of like reddish. Yeah, it's reddish. And so yeah, it defines the motif that this guy is, a bad person. I won't say the word because YouTube is very sensitive now. Then my last one, which I like this one more because it has a slipcover. If you can tell, there's like a little glossiness of the little 3D printing thing, whatever it's called. So yeah, here's the artwork. Here's the spine. And here's the back. Now, here's the thing. I went to see this in the theater. And I thought it was pretty good. I thought Michael Myers did what he needed to do. Do what he's best known. And so yeah. I think this might be my favorite, depending. Because I do like 2018. Halloween Ends is I have to rewatch it a few times. But yeah, here's the yeah. Oh. And then this one is like a pure black, again. But this makes sense because Michael Myers is like a pure evil blackness, like the blackest eyes, the devil's eyes. The way that Michael Myers is. And yeah, you can see the eyes are black, so you cannot tell his expression. But yeah, that's all my collection of the Blumhouse movies that I have. And then, like I said, I'm trying to get a lot more of the Blumhouse movies. But yeah, that's all of them. And there's still more. Like I gotta get the 4K, the Red Door, Firestarter, all that. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time on my 4K collection. Bye.